Well, hey there guys, here we are on an absolutely beautiful afternoon in Vancouver, British Columbia, a city that I absolutely love. And when you get a clear blue sky, warm weather, and just the ocean on one side, park on the other side, beautiful surroundings, you can't ask, in my opinion, for a better city to be in. So here we are, live in Vancouver, and we're shooting this video and we're going to do it in one shot, and there we go. So today I actually want to talk to you about living large. We all, maybe you've heard that saying, living large. We've certainly heard the saying, live out loud. But I'm talking about living large. And what do I mean when I'm talking about living large? Well, first let me describe what I mean by comparing it to not living large. And we're talking about emotions here. So just remember back to a time where you went to work. I'm going to use work as our perfect example here. You went to work, there was a co-worker there. The co-worker does something that upsets you, makes you unhappy with your environment, with them or whatever. You get angry, they get angry, maybe you say words, maybe you don't say words, but what I want you to think about, we've all had that experience, I'm sure, but what I want you to think about is how that made you feel, how you physically felt when that occurred. Didn't you go from feeling large to just kind of really concentrating and focusing? It all came in here. You got tight, you got kind of choked up, and it was uncomfortable. It's restricting, and you're angry and you want to bust out, you want to say things. And just remember back on that feeling, and then think 2 days, 3 days, 4 days later, time passes, you're on your way to work. You know that coworker is going to be there again, and you're driving along. You felt absolutely fantastic. You were happy to be going to work, and you think about that occurrence. And all of a sudden, some stuff goes on in the body. You start thinking more about how that felt, how you felt about that you were upset about that. More stuff goes on in the body, and all of a sudden you go from feeling normal for you to being a little smaller, a little smaller, a little smaller, a little smaller. And you got tight, you got constricted, you got angry, you got frustrated. You thought of all of the things that you were going to say to that coworker, and you were going to set them straight. You were going to get the record, straight and just put them in their place. And you went from, prior to that thought, you went to feeling good. You went from feeling the way you normally feel, the way you like to feel, to being tight and constricted. So much of what we do in life really is by habit, it's by thought, it's by that process of tightening ourselves up, thinking about things that frustrate us, thinking about things that we don't like, when it's actually just as easy to think about things that make us large. And what do I mean now by large? I think I've described what that feeling small, feeling tight, feeling angry, feeling frustrated, what that's like. But when I talk about feeling large, think of music that you really love. Music that gets you pumped up, it gets you excited, you're happy when you listen to it. And just compare how your body physically feels when you listen to that music. Colette and I had a great drive down to Vancouver here, and we listened to some fantastic music on the way down. And I tell you, as I was coming down to Vancouver, I was feeling like I don't fit in the RAV. Like, I was living the 70s and the 80s, just the good music out of the 80s, not all of the music. And I was just feeling completely awesome. I was feeling large. I was feeling bigger than me. And when we're happy, when we're feeling joy, when we're in love with life, we're in love with ourselves, we're living large. We're bigger than this physical body. And when we think about things that frustrate us and anger us, we get small, we get tight, we can get constricted, and physiologically, nasty stuff is happening in your body when that goes on. So it's not just an emotion, although emotions can be everything. It's not just an emotion, it's like physiologically, crap is happening in your body. If you want to live a long, healthy, and happy life, and I'll bet you do, you want to pay attention to what you focus on. You want to pay attention on, does what you're doing, what you're thinking, the environment around you, does it make you feel small, or does it let you live large? So really think about that. You want to live large, I want to live large, I want to feel awesome about my life, and I absolutely do. So I really want you to think about that on this beautiful Friday. Think over the weekend, what can you do? What makes you feel large? What music rocks your world? What book can you read? What poetry? What is it that's in your life that changes you from the state that you're in to a state where you feel even happier to be doing what you're doing, to even be happier in the environment that you're in. Spend some time this weekend, all 3 days, and just do that. You'll find it will shift how you feel in a very great way, and you'll find that it'll shift the way you interact with people around you. You're going to make your day, you're going to make their day, and if we all take and make that shift, what an incredible world we're going to have. I know I've added value here today. I've got to get the camera crew out somewhere here in Vancouver now, so have a great weekend. I look forward to talking to you in a couple of days.